That's less than 1 week. That's less than a typical vacation. And it's not going to throw you off if you don't let it. The problem is you're letting it.
My tip with the leftovers is the leftovers are leftover meals. They're not leftover Thanksgiving dinners.
You don't need to be part of the clean plate club. You don't have to. And you don't have to load your plate up. You can only put the things on that you want to eat. I can't believe it, not sure if you can, but Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and we know this time of year can bring up a lot of mixed feelings when you're on a health journey. The excitement of food, the family, the traditions, but also that little voice in the back of your head wondering if you'll mess up your progress or need to start over. In today's episode, we're helping you navigate Thanksgiving with confidence and following through on what we talked about in our last duo episode. Ellie will be trying goat milk, and I'm gonna be trying my own breast milk, so you're gonna have to stick around to the end for that one. We're talking about how to enjoy the holiday without guilt, how to stay aligned with your goals without restriction, and how to ditch the all or nothing mindset so you can finally feel good during the holidays, not just after they're over. Because you deserve to enjoy your holiday and honor your goals at the same time. All right, Ellie, I've seen so many, I'll say influencers that I follow on Instagram, like immediately decorating for Christmas the day after Halloween. Mm-hmm. So I know the house that we were raised in, it was not that one. So I want to know, now that you're like out on your own, are you day after Halloween, or are you like after Thanksgiving is when Christmas starts?
Well, I feel like we were not day after Halloween people because Mom always hosted Thanksgiving and she wanted all of her fall decorations up for Thanksgiving, and then literally always that weekend after Thanksgiving it was the complete switch. So when I first moved into my own place, I was that way. I was right after Halloween, it was Christmas, but I was just so excited to decorate my own place. And then now it's a little tricky this year because we're going on our honeymoon. So I don't want to decorate before that, but I also don't care to have my fall stuff up for Thanksgiving. I think we're actually going to decorate for Christmas, which is like right before Thanksgiving, the weekend we get back from our honeymoon, because it's just, and then we also leave our Christmas decorations up all of January.
I was going to say until February.
Yeah, a little controversial, but all of January because I love it. And Will has like some fun Christmas decorations that he loves, and it's so cool.
So it's like a post or right before Thanksgiving for this year.
Yes.
Through January.
Yes. I think we did it after Thanksgiving last year. Mm-hmm. But I also just love my fall decorations too, so.
I was saying yesterday on our way over to celebrate good old Mimi's birthday, I was like, Tristan, I just can't fathom Christmas decorating while the trees are still orange, yellow, and red. Like, that just feels wrong. So wrong. Like, I think it's because fall is my favorite season, where it's like I can't wish it away that quickly. I'm still trying to soak in every last bit of it.
So are you an after Thanksgiving decorator?
I'm actually the worst. I have very few decorations, and I've decided like this year that once Josie is old enough to like choose things, like I'm gonna let her choose the decorations that we have for the holidays. Because like going like background, when I was in my apartments and everything, like I didn't care to decorate things because I'm like, this isn't where I'm gonna be forever, so I don't want to buy decorations for a place that I'm not going to be decorating more than a couple times. Like I want to buy decorations for a home that I'm going to live in, you know? So I never really bought anything, and I know we've been here like going on 3 years, but I still haven't bought very many things. I did start a little bit last year because obviously it was Josie's like first Christmas, but it wasn't anything crazy. So that's definitely something over the years we're going to be building on. Is the Christmas decorations, the following the fall decorations and things like that.
Your house is not really decorated. versus the house that we came from. And
Wow.
my house looks like the house we came from always. I have so many
Yes.
decorations. I have just leaves. I have leaves everywhere and I love it.
Yeah.
I
I I think my hesitation, and this is just something I have to work through, is like the house that we live in, you know this, I'm saying for the listeners, but the house that we live in is my husband's like family farm. So when we moved in, obviously it's not like polished, it's still old, like we're renovating a lot of things just like little by little. And in my head, I'm like, this is still my mother-in-law's home. Like it's just something I have to work through because we've been here going on 3 years. Like it is our home. We do own it. And I just need to act like it and I'm not, and that's on me.
was gonna say you're gonna be there like forever, so you should start getting
I
decorations.
know. And I think my other hesitation is like the storage situation. Because almost everything that goes in our basement, because it's just like an old basement, it's literally dirt and rock. Like it's very wet. Almost everything gets moldy if you don't properly store it. So I just need to get like a crap ton of like vacuum seal bags and then I'll be able to like actually preserve the things that I buy. So again, that's on me.
That's okay. I love decorating, and even the comment you just made about having Josie pick out the decorations, I could never.
Well, it would be like a dual choice. I'd be like, Josie, mommy likes this or this. Which one do you like? And then she can pick which one.
Nope. It's what I like because I need it all to look how I want it to look. Like I'm
See,
very
I think
picky
that's the
about that.
difference between you and me. Like, you somehow have like this exact vision of how you want things. And I'm like, if it goes, it goes. That's
No.
fine.
No, I need everything. I need it color coordinated. Like I need woods to match. Like I need just stuff in order. Like my scheme right now is obviously fall leaves and white pumpkins. I have so many white pumpkins, but then the pumpkins that aren't white, they're either cream or orange or a little bit yellow to match the leaves. And then all of my candles are kind of cream. And I have one sign, and it's okay. I have one sign that has a little bit of blue and gray in it, but it's fine because it's really cute. So
That's off the wall.
well, it's on the wall.
That was awful.
Gosh, that was good. Okay. Anyways, this is one of my favorite seasons to decorate besides Christmas. I hate my summer and spring decorations. Like I'm getting new ones every year. I just hate them. I hate decorating for that.
Well, I liked your summer ones this summer.
Yeah. I just love the fall and Christmas decorations and I have so many and like I said, Will also such a sweet boy. He just has like Christmas decorations from when he was a kid and we found places for them because I'm crazy and we were able to infiltrate them into my style as well. But they're really cool. So like when he was younger, he used to collect the little Christmas houses and we have like a whole village now and they're really nice vintage like stunning houses. So I'm like this could work.
Yes.
If they
I
were
think they
not,
do mesh very, very well.
yeah, he's very lucky. Like he has some decorations or people will get him stuff. People will get him like Eagles like Christmas decorations and I'm like this has no place. I say
That doesn't match the theme
he can put it in the spare bedroom. That's where he
on the
can
wall.
yeah, that's where he gets to put all of his extra stuff. Is we don't have the spare bedroom really decorated. I kind of have like workout stuff in there. We have a bed in there and Will's closet is actually in the spare bedroom because I have all the closets in our bedroom and in the hallway and I have them all. So Will's life lives in the spare bedroom. It's
That is so
balance.
funny. All right, so we've been talking about all things fall, all things holiday, getting in the spirit, but I haven't quite addressed my appearance for those watching on video.
Oh, are we gonna let this video out?
Obs, how are they gonna know that we're trying goat's milk and breast milk?
Oh, I thought they would trust us. You're really gonna... Okay, go ahead, address your appearance.
I just never took my Halloween costume off.
You're lying.
I never wore a Halloween costume, no. I am getting family pictures today, and my hair looked decent when I popped the bonnet off, and I said, you know what, we've got to preserve that. So the bonnet went right back on. We're still in the jammies. Haven't brushed my teeth yet, just finished my coffee. And we're here.
Very
Yep.
exciting. What is the vibe of the family pictures today?
Vibe of family pictures is, of course, Miss Josie's 1 year pictures. But I'm like, listen, if we're going to get her all dressed up and cutesy, like, we're going to take some nice family pictures. It's going to be a little chilly, but that's all right. So we'll do a little bit of family pictures. She's going to be in this really cute, like, brown outfit. It came with super long socks that could probably go up to her hips. But I think I'm just going to put her in stockings because it is kind of chilly, and, like, we know with socks we're just constantly pulling them up, and she's trying to constantly pull them off. So I think we'll just go with the stocking vibe. And then I made a little banana cake that I'm gonna make. It's like a cream cheese Greek yogurt icing that she can just dig into, and we can get some pictures of her eating her cake. So I fully expect her to be covered in icing later. So the family pictures will be before. But I'm probably gonna wear like a sweater and jeans.
Right. Very exciting. So let's dive into Thanksgiving. This is probably one of my favorite holidays. This and Christmas.
Yes, and honestly, I think it's because we just come from a family that makes such delicious foods that that's mainly what we're looking forward to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and just the vibes are so good for like Thanksgiving. Like I really enjoy it. We don't really do Thanksgiving and Christmas are at like our mom's house for us. Well, I think every holiday is actually like at our mom's house. But like these
Yeah, when we were kids, it wasn't.
It
That's not
wasn't.
how it was. But now that we're older, that's what it's been lately.
Yeah, which I love because I feel like most comfortable there and I'm just having a good time. You have amazing outfits to put on. Like, I love it. These are the good ones.
Yeah, and I think for me, I don't know if we were talking about it or if I was talking about it with my mom, but I'm like, I don't think I almost said Halloween. I don't think our Thanksgiving plans have changed for like the last 5 years. Other
That's
than
good.
maybe we got our house to move their time up in the day a little bit so that we had more time before the the latter half of the day. But I mean, I love obviously coming from divorced families, and now I feel like with just married in families, like we've always had two of almost every holiday, you know? So it's just a matter of making everyone's plans mesh together to make our lives easier.
Yes. And like, we'll have to talk about that because I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. I hate how you have to go everywhere. It drives me crazy.
Which is what I want to avoid for most things if I can. And that's something Tristan and I have talked about, like for Josie. He's like, she does not have divorced parents. She's not going to be living like she does. And I was like, you are so right. Like, it's so hard because we are so close, like with both families, you know, it's not like there's one family we went more toward and one less. Like, we're both involved in both families, which is great, but then it makes holidays a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I guess let's talk about maybe 5 and even like a bonus tip on the holidays, just to, I know we've talked about how to prepare for different things before, but this one's like a more specific to Thanksgiving. And I think the biggest thing, other than the meal that we think about when we think of Thanksgiving, is like the desserts, at least for us, like the pies. plural. There's always pies.
Yes, yes.
And we always want a little bit of everything. So I would say my biggest tip, because I know I've talked about this maybe more so in like my story and things that I just recommend in general when you are on a health and fitness journey. But when we're coming through the holidays, like the worst thing you can do is starve yourself until that big meal. Because you're going to be so hungry, you're going to overeat, you're going to feel like absolute crap. So this is actually going to roll 2 tips in one, and then we can kind of elaborate on them. First tip is eat before you go. Something high in protein, something high in fiber. Make sure you are hydrated. But also, you need to go into the holiday, into the meal with intention. Set some type of game plan, because if you go in without a game plan, like, you're not going to feel great when you leave. So if you stop going in just expecting that things are going to go great, or maybe you're expecting that they're going to go awful, go in with intention, go in with a plan. Like, I'm going to make sure I have these many veggies on my plate, or I'm going to start with this first. Like, you can have whatever foods you want. Make sure you're focusing on the protein. Make sure you are having a few bites of things that you enjoy so you feel satiated and satisfied, because the more you restrict, the more you're going to overdo it when you allow yourself to have it.
Very much so. Also, that goes into play when you have 2 of them. You have to remember you're going to another meal. But also, I want to say, you don't have to eat at that other meal if you don't want to. Like, don't let the peer pressure of anyone, and that's kind of like another tip is like, do not let the peer pressure of people interfere with your holiday and how you feel about what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, like I love thinking about like the future. I'm always telling my clients, like, think about what future you, the you that has achieved your goals, would be happy about right now in this decision, in what choice you're going to make right now. So thinking about how you want to feel when you wake up in the morning, thinking about how you want to feel when you're going to bed at night can be a great guide for the decisions that you're making while you're building your plate, while you're eating your plate. You have to remember, like, you don't have to eat everything that's there. If great Aunt Susan made this awful corn stuff that you don't like, you don't need to eat it. And if she asks you about it, just say, oh, I didn't put it on my plate yet. Or I ate it already. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you don't have to eat everything just because someone you love made it.
You lie to your family on the holidays.
Pro tip.
And a podcast.
And shame on them for keeping tabs on what foods you have or haven't eaten. That's on them.
That's what I'm saying. They honestly, how embarrassing. Get better at cooking. Bring something better, Aunt Susan. No. Either way, I feel like also, especially with a split home, I know a lot of young couples like deal with this where you have to go to both until you kind of like have a solid one situation, and maybe that never comes. I'm praying it does. But for instance, we generally go to my parents' house first and then Will's parents' house, sometimes vice versa. But I eat majority at my parents' house. One, because I'm so used to that food. It's so nostalgic. Like, it's absolutely delicious. And then I kind of just pick at Will's house. And then if anyone has anything to say, so be it. It is what it is.
And they should know that your plans have not changed and you always have a meal before you get there.
Exactly. Like, that's, and we discuss. They say, like, how was your meal at your mom's? And I'm like, it was so good.
Amazing.
Everyone in the room is aware I had just eaten a Thanksgiving dinner. So no one's like really expecting you either to dive in. And if they are, shame on them.
Yeah, and that just reminded me of like what my past Thanksgiving, other than last year, because last year was a little different. Thank you, Josie. I'm kidding. We knew that was happening. But our plan every year for Thanksgiving, and now we have to kind of throw a third one in with my husband's family. So I would always go to our house. That would be the first one. And then after that, we would always go to my mom and stepdad's house, and we would typically eat a meal and then dessert at our house, and then we go to my mom's, and then we'd eat more dessert, and then my uncle always makes this cheesy stuffing, and it's like those are the only two things that I eat when I go there, is the cheesy stuffing, a few bites of that, and some pumpkin cheesecake. And like no one's offended that I don't eat anything else.
Exactly.
And then that's on the day. And then Friday, what we started doing is we would spend that with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And that turned into just a large Friendsgiving as well. So like a lot of my husband's friends and their significant others, or even some of their moms, like they come and they join us. We all just kind of bring a dish. We'll usually make the turkey and maybe a side or two, and then everyone else brings sides or desserts, and we just kind of all pitch in, and our entire kitchen is filled. And we don't have a very large kitchen, but it's filled. So that kind of kicks off then our hunting season, which then all of the Friendsgiving leftovers turn into lunches and dinners for as long as it lasts. But last year, hunting was not a thing for me, so that was probably like 3 weeks postpartum-ish at that point, but definitely going to look different this year because I'm not going to be hunting, but Josie's a year old at that point, and I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. I think another good tip to talk about is just being like present when you're eating, because I know just the excitement to eat a huge plate of delicious food can be like almost mind numbing, where you go into it and you're just like, you feel like you were, I don't know, blacked out, and you come out of it and you're like, what the heck just happened? But if you're being mindful, if you're staying present in conversation, checking in with how you feel, and not just eating until your plate's gone, which we've talked about that in the past, like you don't need to be part of the clean plate club. You don't have to, and you don't have to load your plate up. You can only put the things on that you want to eat. But if you're being mindful, you're being present, that's going to help you leave that meal a lot more satisfied. And something that's like super off the wall, and you probably never heard it before, because we usually say like eat your protein first, make sure you got a balanced meal, but like honestly, if I can give you any tip for Thanksgiving, and Ellie, you might disagree with me on this one, eat your favorite foods first. Because if you eat your favorite foods first, you're not going to eat until you're overly stuffed on the things that aren't really worth it to you. So you go in, you eat a moderate amount. We'll say some Grammy noodles, we'll say some sweet potatoes. Make sure you get a little bit of greens in there, a couple bites of protein. But if you don't want to finish your plate and all that's left on there is some turkey, did you enjoy yourself? It's one day. Did you enjoy yourself? Do you feel satisfied? Are you going to feel like you missed out on anything because you didn't eat your turkey? Like, those are the real things that we need to think about, because in the grand scheme of things, it's one day. It is literally one day. It's not going to make or break anything, but the most important thing is, did you enjoy yourself?
Absolutely.
Let me hear your thoughts, because I saw you disagreeing with me.
Well, I disagreed at first, but then I kind of agreed towards the end, because I'm always a save your favorite food till the end type of person. But I like the mindset of eat them first and then you're not stuffed, because I really do. I'm not the biggest like turkey gal. But other than that, I think mostly everything at like our house, at our parents' house for Thanksgiving, I love. So everything is a favorite. So that's a little bit difficult. Normally, I'm like, if anything, I'm skipping a dessert moment or just having just a smidge. I'm not really the biggest pie person in the world, but
Itty bitty pieces of pie, or you share them with someone.
yes, a share is amazing.
Always.
Yes.
So I know this about me, which kind of kind of complicates the whole like favorite foods first thing. And I feel as if because I'm just weird, you're obviously different than how I eat. But I don't know, maybe our listeners can camp with either of us. I am a person who eats all of my foods one at a time. I'm not a grazing the plate kind of girl. So I feel like you are. So you can kind of enjoy everything at the same time. Whereas I'm like, I need to eat my mac and cheese. And then I will eat my sweet potatoes. And then I'll eat my spinach casserole. And then I'll eat my turkey. Like, I do not have a bite of this and a bite of that and a bite of this and a bite of that.
She's literally been that way since we were little too. Like it's a known thing that that's how she eats her food. And can they touch? I forget.
They can touch.
Okay.
And I think the funny thing is, it's like everyone that eats with me quite frequently, like family or my mother-in-law, they'll be like, oh, this is so good. Like, did you try this yet? And I'm like, nope, didn't get there yet. I'm still working on this. Haven't tasted it yet. I'm still eating my mac and cheese.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the favorite foods first mindset. Now, I want to put a little bit of a disclaimer out there that if you love to go into Thanksgiving and just eat everything and you look forward to this all year, and if that's your journey, do it. But if you go into Thanksgiving almost dreading it of like, I'm going to ruin my progress, this is the point of this podcast.
No, I do think that's a good point to make, because I think the problem with the ruining your progress is that we all, whether we are this way in other areas of our life or not, when it comes to the health journey, for some reason, we all have a tendency to be so perfectionistic about it, to where if it's not all in, it's all out. And if I ruined this one day, well, we might as well wait until January 1st. And like, that is the biggest mistake. Because I think, and this is kind of like foreshadowing for other conversations that we'll have throughout the end of the year, but the mindset that you cannot start and or continue or pick back up any type of health conscious decisions that you could be making because it's a holiday season, I think that's a very poor excuse to not try at all. And that mindset is what keeps you from your goals, because you're constantly starting over every single holiday season, when in the grand scheme of things, even if you come from a divorced family or you're marrying into another family that does holiday traditions, that's maybe 3 to 6 days in like a 2.5 month period. Exactly. So the reality is, stop making excuses. It is 3 to 6 days. That's less than 1 week. That's less than a typical vacation. And it's not going to throw you off if you don't let it. The problem is you're letting it.
Absolutely. And you have Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. Shocker. But you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to be in that 80% mindset.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning.
Exactly. And then Thursday, you're dipping into your 20%. You're living life. Now, the thing that comes down to it is, what does that Friday look like? Is that still your 20%? Or are you back to 80? The longer you prolong after Thanksgiving of like, oh, well, I ruined it on Thanksgiving, so might as well just ruin it this whole weekend. No, you didn't ruin anything. You just need to jump right back in. That's where your progress strays away, is when you just take those extra days. And I've said that so many times. But you got to remember that with every single holiday, because it's the 80-20 mindset. And now you have leftovers, which you got to be mindful of and not. My tip with the leftovers is the leftovers are leftover meals. They're not leftover Thanksgiving dinners. So what I mean by that is, maybe you're not having every single leftover on the plate again. So maybe you're having like turkey and mac and cheese and green beans instead of turkey, mac and cheese, stuffing, sweet potatoes, green beans, roll, all that kind of stuff. So now you can build more of a balanced meal from the leftovers to come rather than having Thanksgiving dinner 4 days after Thanksgiving dinner. Do you know
I
what I
am
mean?
so glad you said that because that's the exact thing I was just going to say is
Mm-hmm.
like one of my favorite things now is that I can just build balanced meals off of the really delicious food that I already have in my fridge.
Mm-hmm. And if there's not, like, say you run out of veggies from Thanksgiving, you do some more. That's you make some more veggies to add to a balanced plate. You don't, oh, I'll just sub in stuffing. No, stuffing's
Never
not a
saw stuffing
veggie.
growing out of the ground.
Yes. Don't be silly, girl. Get some green beans. Like, come on now.
Yeah. And something that I don't know if we plan to talk about, but I think movement is something good to touch on too. One thing that I loved about like our family tradition when I was a kid, and like this was before I was anything health mindset related, anything. But every year we would celebrate at my mom's side. Our Thanksgiving was at my great Grammy's house. So all of the aunts and uncles, all of the cousins were there, and it was just, that's nostalgic. Replaying, like I can smell the smells right now.
Mm-hmm.
But every time we would finish the meal, we'd all clean up, we'd all go for a walk.
Love.
We'd take a little walk, we'd talk, we'd spend time outside, get some fresh air, and then when we got back, then we'd open the desserts, and then we'd have dessert. And that was just one of my favorite things. And like, do I live in a super walkable place right now? No, but we have land and property and a dirt road that we can walk down. So I think it's just a good idea if you can to just get outside. It doesn't have to be for a certain distance. It doesn't have to be for a certain time. But not only is it good for your digestive, but also it's good for just connecting with people. Like you're not on your phone sitting in a living room like all on your phones or watching a TV. You're outside. You're getting fresh air. You're connecting with the people that you chose to be around.
Absolutely, because I feel like holidays are mostly just eating, and then you're just changing what room you're sitting in. Like you're sitting in the kitchen while it's getting prepared, and then you're sitting at the table, and then you're sitting in the living room, and then like it's just so much sitting and eating that your body's like,
And if you're
it's confused.
traveling, you're sitting to get there.
Yes.
And you're sitting to leave.
Yes.
Just
Like,
so much sitting.
yeah, we have to drive like an hour to all of our Thanksgiving festivities, and I don't want to sit anymore after
Yeah.
sitting in the car for an hour to get there and an hour back.
Yeah.
I love
No,
that
I
idea.
feel that. Do you have any other Thanksgiving ideas? I feel like I talked about all the ones that I wanted to talk about.
I think just enjoy it and allow yourself to enjoy it. But like I said, this podcast is for the people that go in nervous and or confused as to how to maneuver the day. But if you're like, I'm kind of whatever, because I know my body. I know if I'm in that 80% Monday through Wednesday, and then maybe I'll give Friday as a grace period, and maybe I'm back in that 80% on Saturday. Like, I'm not worried about what I'm going to eat because I have confidence in my body that I can then almost do a bit of damage control Friday and Saturday. Specifically with me, you guys know inflammation attacks me like crazy. So I know too that scale is going to be up the next day. I'm ready for it.
I'm glad you just mentioned that. If you're someone who is really dictated, and I know, go back and I know what episode it was. It was episode 4, scale fluctuations. Go back, listen
that
to
one.
it. But not just that episode, but if you are someone who is still, you're trying really hard to get away from it, but if that scale still dictates every action that you make and your mental sanity, do not weigh yourself for at least 2 days after Thanksgiving. Just don't. It's not worth it if it's going to dictate every move that you make. If you enjoyed it and then you step on the scale and it's up 3 pounds and then that makes you immediately regret it and feel guilty for it, it's not worth it, because that's not going to get you anywhere. So if that's you, give yourself permission. Just do not step on the scale. That's something I tell my clients, because sometimes we just can't mentally handle it, and it's part of the journey, and one day you may be able to, like Ellie and I can, but we weren't always like that either.
Definitely not. And I want to remind everybody that inflammation is so sneaky that it's not actually weight. Do not worry, you did not gain. It is not scientifically possible to gain 4 pounds from one meal.
Yeah, I'm going to rewind. It is weight. It's not fat.
Yes,
It's
yes.
water, most
Yes.
likely, from the sodium, from the carbs. You're just eating an influx more than any human should typically eat per day. And we're in America, so live large.
Absolutely. And just be ready for it. Just be ready.
Yep.
Just be cautious. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy my foods. I have 2 of them, so I'm going to enjoy whatever I like to enjoy at my in-laws' house too. They always have like really good desserts, so I'll enjoy
Well,
that.
aren't they Lithuanian? Is that
Lebanese.
Lebanese? It was an L. So do they have like different types of desserts there that obviously we wouldn't find at our house?
Sometimes, but I can't really eat those. So sometimes they have baklava, but baklava has pistachios all through it.
Got it.
So I can't really have that. It's not so much. But sometimes they get like cupcakes from a really good baker in town, or sometimes they'll have like pies and stuff, and sometimes my sister-in-law just shows up with a crazy random dessert tray of like so many things, but they're all so good. So like they normally have good desserts, but then I'll keep that in mind when I'm at my house where it's a lot of pies, which I enjoy a pie, but it's not my favorite dessert. I'll keep in mind that there could possibly be cupcakes at the next house.
There's opportunity.
Yeah, we have something to look forward to.
Yes.
So also
Yes.
I want to get into just a smidge before we go. Remember, we've talked about it before with eating out in that episode, drinking.
I forget about that because I don't drink.
I know, and I don't really either, but I know it happens at both our Thanksgiving locations. Our parents literally own a cider and winery company. It's called Red Tail Alchemy.
They sponsored us for life.
Shout out Dad and Mom. He's so good at making cider. He's the bald one. You would love him. Go visit them at some point. Follow them on Instagram. We'll link it down below. I'm just doing this to get good Christmas gifts. They're going to love that.
They will. And we're not going to tell them we did it because they have to listen to it.
I know.
And it'll be a test.
if they don't say anything, I'll be like, weird.
They're not true followers.
I thought you listened every week. No, but anyways, there is obviously alcohol always at our family events. Not that anyone's drinking, it's just we have so much alcohol around because
It's just overflowing.
yeah, we have so much alcohol
From
around
the keg.
because they literally have the business. So, just be cautious of that. Just be cautious. Just know that's extra calories. That's intuition's being lowered. If that's something you want to do, do it. Have some fun. Live in that 20. But don't think you're drinking water or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I think that can also be a good part of the intentional. Like, go in and have a thought process in your head as to how you want that to go. Do you want to be, for lack of better words, shit-faced drunk? Or do you want to have a glass or two to enjoy it and move on? So that's part of just being present, being intentional, and not kind of like just surviving.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Are we ready to taste test?
Forgot we were doing this.
We're not going anywhere.
Let me go
It's
get
just
it.
Okay.
Well, okay, so just a disclaimer. I'm you're not going to notice me getting it because I'm going to cut to when I have it. But I need ice cold milk. So it's in the fridge.
And I just have my breast milk sitting here on my desk for the last 40 minutes. It's fine.
Okay, I have the goat's milk. I literally went to the store and got this at 10 p.m. last night, not knowing they closed at 10 p.m. Probably a very weird look when they told me, we're closing soon. I said, I just need one thing. And I show up with goat's milk at the register. Like,
I'm gonna die if I don't have
it has
it.
to be so weird.
But I talked about this in our last duo episode. I thawed the 1.3 ounce bag. I had, she's wearing the goat milk.
I'm wearing the goat's milk.
She's gonna smell like goat milk all day.
Hold on. All right.
We're back.
I would like to just read the goat's milk to everyone. Because I was reading it and I'm intrigued by it. I'll go into reading food labels at some point. I think when maybe we'll get one or two before Christmas, and then we'll have like Christmas episodes and things like that. But ingredients: goat's milk and vitamin D. Stunning. Okay.
What?
And 140 calories per cup. That's right on par with cow's milk. All of these are right on par with cow's milk. 7 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, no fiber, 11 total sugars, which that's probably just lactose, an all-natural sugar, and 8 grams of protein. And it says, these are our claims, easier to digest, doesn't contain stabilizers like plant's milk, gluten-free, delicious creamy taste. We'll be the judge of that. Yeah. This is what it looks like. Are you going to read yours?
Yeah, let me read the nutrition label on this baby. Love. That's the only ingredient.
Love. Stunning.
Fat, protein, carbs, they're all in here in some shape or form.
To know the macros on that.
Well, it changes.
Oh, true.
So there's no telling. But I left it in the bag so it's like very authentic, and I didn't just pour myself a cup. Cup is empty.
Oh.
I didn't just pour like a regular glass.
Sorry, I didn't leave my milk in the goat for authenticity.
Now we'll never know.
It says goat milk, though. Should I sniff? I feel like I shouldn't. Why is it doing that?
We're pouring it in. This is fun.
Ooh.
I'll give the rest to Josie.
It smells like Cheerios.
Not goats?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm really worried this is gonna taste like goat cheese. 'Cause
that might be good. It's creamy. Goat cheese is creamy.
Yeah, but goat cheese has like a twangy taste, which I love. And maybe I should go in expecting that, just so I'm not shocked.
I feel like I should have used fresh.
Oh. That's concerning.
I'm scared.
Okay. I'm literally just doing a little bit. Because, well, honestly, I probably could have done a lot. Because if it's disgusting, I'm probably going to throw it. Okay.
All right.
Cheers. Oh, no. Who wants to go first?
So I've heard that sometimes frozen breast milk can get a little bit of like a metallic smell / taste to it. Mm-hmm. Can confirm. It definitely had a little bit more of like a sweeter than I expected it to.
Okay.
But like they do say that breast milk is sweet. So I think that's really all the feedback I have. It smells metallic. I should have done fresh. I do have fresh in my fridge, so I do regret that. Yeah, I don't need to finish this glass.
Okay. What would you rate it?
Frozen breast milk, I would probably give it like a 5 out of 10 compared to cow's milk in taste alone
Okay.
and smell.
Okay.
How about the goat's milk?
So, the smell, it literally smells like Cheerios. It's very weird. Um, it's fine at first, and then as it was, as I was swallowing, it did start to grow into a bit of a goat cheese aftertaste, which I was
The twang?
expecting it, but it did start to just like escalate slowly. I was worried it would escalate further. That's why I said, "Oh no." But it really wasn't too bad. Now, I've had raw milk I've drank raw milk before. The milk I drink is like one step away from raw. Um, and this might sound crazy. I might put this in like coffees or something because I think the taste won't be there.
We'll need an update on that. How long is it good for?
December 20th, which is a bit concerning.
A little concerning, but I. Can you bring me a glass on Wednesday? I want to taste it.
I can try. Should I taste your breast milk? Is that weird?
Only if you want to.
Is that weird?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's weird or not.
I feel like it would pique curiosity, and other than your own, like when would you ever taste breast milk?
No. I wish I knew if that was weird or not.
Maybe the listeners should tell us.
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird?
Is it weird?
Let us know.
Well, I don't know. Uh, but like it's the same exact vibe as like I
What's
drink.
more weird, drinking a cow's milk?
Yeah, like I don't even know the cow. You know what I mean?
You haven't had sleepovers with a cow. You never watched movies with a cow.
I was gonna say I grew up with this cow. And
Kinda close.
I'm not calling her a cow because of size or any. I'm not mean to my sister. I'm calling her a cow because she has breast milk. That's how cows have been damned for evil. So I'm calling her a cow because she has breast milk. No one come for me. I love my sister.
Alrighty. What would you rate it? I know you said you'd put it in coffee, but what would you rate it?
On its own, like, on its own, I think like a 5. Because, like, raw milk also has a very, like, earthy aftertaste.
So I want to say that's kind of the vibe I got from this. It did kind of taste earthy for some reason to me.
Yeah. So I would also rate like a 5 for like raw's milk on its own, but you can
Yeah.
add raw milk into like coffees or protein shakes and all that kind of stuff and you don't taste it. That's why I'm saying I
Correct.
kind of want to see if I were to taste it, if I did. But also, I think what helped me is like I've had obviously goat's cheese before, so knowing that taste might make an appearance helped it mentally because I think if I didn't know, I would have freaked out.
Well, make a TikTok the next time you make your coffee with your goat's milk, and everyone just has to keep up with you there.
Sounds good. I don't want to ruin a whole coffee if it's
Well,
bad.
have another one ready
I know.
on the back burner.
Honestly, it says like easy to digest, easier to digest than cow's milk. So honestly,
It's because of the proteins.
I would rather see people go to goat's milk that excuse
Than
me,
Fairlife.
goat yes, go to goat's milk than go to plant-based milks that are just junk.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to milk an almond. Like, I'm so sorry.
Where's the teat?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Thanksgiving should feel like joy, not guilt. If there's one thing we want you to take away from today, it's that enjoying the holiday and staying aligned with your goals can exist at the same time. You don't need to earn your food, restrict yourself, or make up for it afterward. You just need to show up with intention, grace, and trust in the habits you've been building for your life. If this episode gave you a little extra piece heading into this holiday, share it with a friend who needs to hear it too. And don't forget to rate the show and leave a quick review so more women can find it. If you're ready to walk into the holidays with a plan that actually fits your lifestyle without the guilt, confusion, or starting over in January, my one-on-one coaching is exactly where we do that. You can learn more and apply at the link in the podcast description. Don't forget, you can always connect with us on Instagram and TikTok for more practical tips and encouragement through the holidays. We're wishing you a happy, healthy, and guilt-free Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time on the Sis Let's Heal podcast.